What's up? What's up? What's up? No. What's up, guys? Hope you're fine and keeping safe. Hope mko fiti. Jua huku nje ni kunoma. Huku nje ni kunoma. They wanna try kunichoma. Ni kunoma sana. You guys, there's a flu that is going around. I think the whole world, not the whole world. In Kenya, there's a flu that is going around, and that flu is bad news. Bad news. In fact, mimi imenipiga last week. You guys, I've spent the whole of last week in the bed, laying there like a crocodile the whole week, doing a lot of nothing. And manze, it was so bad. In fact, the last video I did, I was so bad, so affected. My director anaweza kuambia it was so bad. In fact, venye nilitoka hapa place mati iliniweka, I had to look for a person mwenye atanifikisha mtaani. Yani it was vimbada, bad energy, bad thing, bad news, kitu mbaya sana. So you guys, you know, but I thank God I'm okay. Niko guda, niko fiti, I'm healthy. I thank God niko fiti. So you guys keep safe, and if you can wear a mask, invite. It will cost you nothing. So, but I thank God I'm okay. Now, welcome to episode number 5. 35 nasikia inaitwa hapo Tamba tano. Welcome to episode 5 of Sending Hugs, and today we are sending hugs to anyone who is battling an addiction. And to where I sit now, I can, without fear of contradiction, call addiction a disease, because it is a disease that affects the brain. So we are sending hugs to anyone who has an addiction or is battling an addiction. Now, we can classify addiction into 2 types. So kuna chemical addiction na kuna behavioral addiction. So kuna hii addiction ya kwanza, chemical, is a substance you can't stay without using. And then there's a behavioral, there's a certain behavior you are addicted, you have to do this thing. Now, those are the guys we are sending hugs to. Now, those are the types of addiction. Now, how does addiction work? Wacha niwafunze kidogo, tuingie darasani kidogo. Get class, wafunze. Mwalimu mwenyewe hapa, profesa mwenyewe. Mnyamwezi mwenye kitengo chake. Now, professor mwenyewe ni wafunze, tuingie how does addiction works. Now, this is how addiction works. Professor anafunza. Now, what happens in addiction is when you're used to do something, doing something that you like. Maybe it's visiting a friend, that's behavioral addiction, or using a substance, that is chemical addiction. What happens? That activity interferes with the way your brain functions, and to be specific, is this activity interferes with your reward system. Now, what is the reward system? Now, reward system is a structure, is a neurostructure. And this neurostructure, what happens once it is affected, it releases a neurotransmitter called dopamine alongside other chemicals. Now, what does dopamine does? Now, what dopamine does, dopamine reinforces the relationship between your brain and that activity that you are addicted to, and that causes you to keep seeking for that activity again and again in the future. And that is how addiction works. Now, how do you know someone is addicted? Utajuaje manze umse ako na addiction, and ama wewe mwenyewe utajuaje I'm addicted, I have this addiction? This is what happens. Addiction, utajua mse ako na addiction, there are some zinaitangwa symptoms. Yes, symptoms. Utajua umse ako na addiction. One thing, wase wenye wako na addiction ni wase hawapendi kuwa na kufanya anything, like they don't like involving themselves with other activities. And these are guys who they have very disturbed sleeping patterns. Yeah, the guy will lie there the whole day, or very disturbed sleeping patterns. Then unimse anapenda privacy, Okay, mimi napenda privacy lakini sina addiction. Okay, these are guys who insist on their privacy a lot. They don't even say where they are going or who they are hanging out with. And at any given time, hawa ni wase watapenda, they avoid social activities. Any social event, they will avoid it at any cost. And ukiona mse akona such behaviors, most likely anabato an addiction, and that is what happens. Now in my generation today, there's an addiction among my age mates that is very common, and this addiction is none other than masturbation, aka kunyonga, aka kunyombotonga. This addiction that is very common in my generation today, but we don't like talking about it because you know watu wanataka kukaa ikuwe normal, you know, and utasikia wasa kusema oh it's healthy, oh I'm doing it for fun, oh nilifanya, you know, I'm doing it to release tension, oh it's enjoyable, after all I won't get HIV and AIDS, oh I won't get anyone pregnant, you know, vitu kama hizo. Watu wana masturbate, utasikia wanapeana reasons kama hizo, some reasons, you know, and they are trying to support it because we are living in a generation that has this urge of normalizing abnormalities. Yani tunataka vitu zenye ni abnormal zikae kama ni normal. And at some point na wanna feel ni kama our generation tunawaka kama how some ladies or most ladies work, you know, or how they operate. Unajua madem wengi hawapendi kuchange, you know, most ladies wanapendanga, you know, we accept them for who they are, they don't want to change. That is why utasikia phrases kama oh your body shaming me, na umeambia tu msee acha kukula kama mwizi, yeah, acha kukula kama mwizi. Unasikia oh your body shaming me, unasikia ati oh I don't wanna flat tummy. Piga exercise, acha siasa, even though tunakuwa you don't want to change, and that's my generation. Okay, I'm sorry, nimeingiza feelings. Sorry. Nimeingiza feelings, so I know I'm supposed to spread the love, but I had to say it. We are trying to normalize things that are not normal. It's not normal, bro. No matter how you sugarcoat masturbation remains to be an addiction, and it's not healthy, brother. You are doing what? Not endangering. You are exposing yourself. You are making yourself vulnerable to things like prostate cancer, things like, you know, a lot of things, you know them. So at the end of the day, no matter how you sugarcoat this thing, kunyonga ni addiction, bro. It's high time you accept ni addiction, and you will be helped, brother. That's what happened. Now I'm going to share with you a story that once happened not long ago, juicy true. And yes, how this guy got himself into masturbation and how he overcame it. So kama itakusaidia information, you can overcome masturbation. Lakini kama unataka bado kuipaka rangi, utaendelea kuumia, brother. You feel guilty because after masturbation people feel guilty. You can't feel guilty because of doing something you like or something that is good. That is the reason. Now I'm going to call my character Yaro. Okay, I have a friend called Yaro. I'm not talking about you, bro. I know you don't masturbate and you're not even the age I'm going to talk about. Lakini labda ananya. Pole sana. I'm going to use your name. I'm going to use Yaro. So Yaro is 18 years old and the year is 2019. Now Yaro is one guy who has been raised in a Christian family. Jamaa amegrow kwa church, you know, a very Christian, staunch Christian. Ameenda Sunday school, you know, jamaa anajua ma Bible verse, a Christian guy. Now Yaro jamaa tu ameokoka, anaingia primary school, anaendelea, anaingia primary school, and then anaingia high school, a boys secondary school. Still very saved. Jamaa anapenda Kristo sana, anapenda kuabudu Mungu. In fact anaingia CU very young, anakuwa very active kwa CU Christian Union akiwa form 1. Jamaa kopoa anaingia form 3, anachaguliwa as an official in Christian Union, na in form 4 pia anachaguliwa in Christian Union, na pia this time akiwa form 4 anaingia kwa student council, so anakuwa unio 4. So yeah, jamaa kwa fiti, very Christian, anamaliza form 4. Jamaa ameokoka design ingine nomba toma. In fact, he was not sexually active akiwa high school. alikuwa nasikia wase wanaongea kuhusu I don't know sex, I don't know masturbation. Ako what is this you guys are talking about? Mi sijui shit. I don't know anything about this thing. How do you even masturbate? Yani hizo ndo alikuwa anaona ni vitu ni nini hizo sawa sawa. So Yaro anamaliza form 4, anapita vizuri sana, anaspend a little time at home, then time inafika ya Yaro to join campus as usual. So this guy is very excited, anaingia kampo, anajitayarisha, buying all these things, preparing for campus life. So Yaro ana join campus eventually, and for once anapata freedom yenye hajawahi experience there before. Hakuwa atimse amekaziwa home, but he had never experienced such a freedom in his life. And to make it even better, this guy had access to unlimited internet. So kazi ni memes, kazi ni YouTube, Gram, Netflix, TikTok. I don't know whether TikTok 2019 haikuwa. Okay, not TikTok, maybe the other ones that were there, social media, just enjoying life. Jamaa anajinice to spending some times. Now, tukwame hapo kwa memes kidogo. Now you guys will bear me witness that memes are a reflection of the life that we are living, only that we express it in a way that keeps us moving. Now at that particular time there was a meme, there were memes zilikuwa zina trend za kunyonga, and this guy alikuwa very curious kujua kunyonga ni nini. At the time hata wewe najua huko unajua kunyonga ni nini hiyo time. Tulikuwa tunaelewa. So akakuwa curious na eventually akajua bro, it's the usual masturbation that I hate so much. Disgusting. Don't talk about that thing. Hizo ndo memes zilikuwa zina trend along about your time. So hizo ndo memes zenye zinaendelea hiyo time. So Yaro akakuwa curious and akajua eventually what that is. Okay. Now, Yaro was one guy who was a late night sleeper like most of us. Na sijui kwa nini tunapenda kulala usiku, tunapenda kulala late. Like mimi afadhali nitafute kitabu nisome na nisilale mapema. Lazima nilale late. And that was Yaro for you. He was a late night sleeper. So this night I watched movie, and to be specific, this movie was a very sexual movie. Sema alikuwa na watch movie kama Maria, Sex Life, ama movie kama Sex Drive, ama movie kama Maria. Sijui After the Corridors, after we collided. Nimesema corridors. So okay, so tuseme alikuwa na watch movie kama Maria, Sex Drive, Sex Life, ama movie kama After We Collided, ama hiyo movie yenye unajua iko na a lot of sexual scenes deep. Hiyo ndio movie Yaro. Mkristo mwenzako alikuwa na watch hiyo movie usiku. Nini unasema 5 minutes? Ifanye? Imebakisha 5 minutes. Izime. Haya, si izime huyo. Imebakisha 5 minutes ikituisha moto. Okay, tungesema hivyo. Yes. So hiyo ndio movie alikuwa na watch, very sexual movie. Now, at some point kuna vitu alikuwa anaziamsha, ni kuziarise ama ni kuziarouse, whatever alikuwa anazifanyia hivyo. Now this guy feels like okay, this movie is not sexual enough. So jamaa anafanya nini? Mzee mzima anakimbia pale, anatoka kwa movie, anakimbia kutafuta mnyamwezi mwenye kitengo chake, kijana mzima master kabisa, Johnny Sins. Yes, Johnny Sins. And you guys wenye dhambi mtajua Johnny Sins si brother John Cena. You know what this guy does. So ndio huyo Yaro amekimbia hapo, akapatana na picha moja ya Johnny Sins noma sana, very disgusting. Na at the end this guy anaamsha feelings zenye azifai kuwa zinaamka at that point. So huyu jamaa anainua duvet yake, anainua bedsheet yake fresh, na wenye mnapenda kulala kwa kona, sijui mnaekanga kitanda kwa kona aje, na ukikufa kukosa hewa. Okay, wenye mnaekanga, okay mimi siekangi, uko naanza katikati penye naweza toka hii side na hii side. Lakini you hustlers wenye mnaekanga kitanda kwa ukuta, unajua kuna kuanga na gap between the bed and the wall kadogo tu. So Yaro anashika deki yake, anaenda hapo na anatoa kafara, anatoa sacrifice, na this sacrifice ina open a gate, a very dangerous gate, na that inakuwa the beginning of his slavery and the beginning of his addiction. Yaro ana masturbate for the very first time. So jamaa inakuwa this is his lifestyle now. Jamaa sasa lazima every time atoe lock, inakuwa sasa masturbation ama kunyonga ni part of Yaro. Ole, inakuwa ni part of his life. So this guy ana struggle, in fact anatoka inamuaffect, anatoka church, anatoka praise team na anaanza tu anakuwa tu yani Sunday haendi church. Sunday ndo anakumbuka alikuwa na mangua, anaanza kufua vitu kama hizo. 2020 inaingia, anajaribu kungangana, alikuwa na feel well I need to stop. In fact this guy alikuwa amepanga hadi anaenda prayer and fasting, lakini wapi, anaacha kidogo anarudi. Waka 2020 inaisha, hiyo covid time. 2021 inaisha, but at the end of 2021 ana realize wow, in fact sijai share this story na anyone, so ana decide kushare na a friend. Now this guy looks for a friend walikuwa naye high school. In fact this friend was the CU chairperson ile time Yaro alikuwa form 4. So anashare naye, lakini kushare tu na huyu jamaa, kumbe pia the CU chairperson has been struggling with masturbation. So these guys gang up in prayers against masturbation, wanaombea hii kitu waache. So at some point wana recover, but Moses few months later, now this is 2022, anarudi kwa masturbation tena. This year anarudi tena, hakuweza kuovercome, but this year 2022 he had decided, well, this is my year of freedom, I have to stop masturbation. So this guy anaanza okay, aliacha church, but decide I'm going to stop this thing. But alikuwa anasikiza sermons. In fact alikuwa anasikiza sermons tuseme Pastor T, kuna certain preaching ya Pastor T ameongea kuhusu masturbation, and alikuwa anaisikiza pia. In fact I had shared a video with Yaro, remember si jina yake ukweli, and I think ni yenye Mr. T alikuwa kwa Tuko that time, Lynn Gogi was still there. So this guy anaamua, I'm going to stop this thing. Now this night usiku, I think it's one of these nights and you don't feel like sleeping. So uko midnight umekaa hivyo, you're thinking about how I'm going to make money. So huyu jamaa ana realize, wow, you guys have been into masturbation from 2019, it's 2022. Yani huyu jamaa anaanza kufikiria, yani mimi Yaro nimekuwa nikimasturbate, you know, that heinous, that disgusting act nimekuwa nikifanya mimi. Inamuumiza sana, na in fact one thing yenye inamfanya aumie sana ni the fact that masturbation is associated or is connected to poverty. And by the way, every sexual sin is connected to poverty. So
amen.
Fikiria sana. Director amesema amen. Every sexual sin is connected to poverty. So hiyo kitu inamuumiza sana, na at that particular night ana decide, you know what, I'm so done with masturbation, I'm not going to do this thing again, bro. It's a wrap for me with the masturbation. And bro, wacha nikuambie, it's 3 months and still counting. Yaro is free from masturbation. Yani this guy just decided, you know what bro, I'm so damn done with masturbation now. Ikaisha hapo. Yani it was done. It was that simple. This guy just decided, I'm not going to do this thing. Yani he just akafikiria, wow, you know, how did I grow? How did I grow up? What did I believe in? What is this I'm doing? What is this I've been reading about masturbation, the effects? Na aka decide, bro, it's a done deal. And this guy 3 months later, saizi it's 3 months na huyu jamaa saizi is free from masturbation. Amen. So you guy, it's possible, you can stop this. It's just a matter of deciding,
hallelujah,
you know what, I'm stopping this.
Amen.
Now, so to anyone who is struggling with any addiction, not particularly masturbation, any addiction, I'm sending so much love to you. I'm sending my prayers to you. I know it's not easy. I'm sending lots of hugs to you. Hallelujah. Just decide to stop this thing. It's just a matter of deciding. I'm not going to do this thing now. I stop hapo. Okay, sometimes it's gradual, but you can decide to stop this thing. Na inafanyika hapo. It's possible. So yeah, you can do this. Just stop. Just decide. So yes, now Nivo decide kuacha hii kitu.
Kunyonga.
So thank you for
Yes.
keeping me company.
Yes, Pastor.
And promise to be here next time. Promise to share your story. If you have an addiction story, you can share it through our socials. Hizi hapa chini. Share your story. We can organize for an interview. Else for me,
Bella
it's a wrap.
ciao.